Welcome, guys.
Aryna Sabalenka is a Belarusian professional tennis player. She is currently ranked as the world No. 1 in women's singles by the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, and is a former world No. 1 in women's doubles. Sabalenka has won 20 WTA Tour-level singles titles, including 3 majors at the 2023 Australian Open, 2024 Australian Open, and 2024 US Open, as well as 9 WTA 1000 events. She has also won 6 doubles titles, including 2 majors at the 2019 US Open and 2021 Australian Open, both partnering with Elise Mertens. She successfully defended her Australian Open title and won the US Open the following year, clinching the year-end No. 1 ranking. In 2025, Sabalenka reached the finals of the Australian and French Opens, finishing runner-up at each. Sabalenka also began playing doubles regularly in 2019. With Mertens as her partner, she found instant success by winning the Sunshine Double, Indian Wells and Miami, that same year. After the US Open doubles title later in the season, she qualified for the WTA Finals for the first time. With the 2021 Australian Open doubles title, Sabalenka became the world No. 1 in the discipline, after which she shifted to playing exclusively singles. Sabalenka has an aggressive style of play, often accumulating high numbers of winners and unforced errors. With her height, she also has a powerful serve. In today's video, we will learn about Aryna Sabalenka's luxury lifestyle. Let's get started. Born in Minsk on May 5, 1998, she today stands as world No. 1 and a multi-Grand Slam champion. But her journey to the top began with a simple drive and a curiosity that changed her life forever. It was a day like any other in May 2004 when Aryna, then just 6, joined her father Sergei, a former amateur ice hockey player, for a drive around Minsk. On that trip, her father spotted a tennis court. He stopped. He asked her to try a racket. She hit the ball. She fell in love immediately. That moment sparked a lifelong obsession. At home, sports were in her blood. Her dad, Sergei, hit the ice as a hockey forward. Her mom, Yulia, supported her every step. By age 8, Aryna was training daily. At 10, she joined the National Tennis Academy in Minsk, quickly showing a powerful two-handed backhand and an aggressive baseline game. In November 2019, tragedy struck. Sergei was diagnosed with meningitis and passed away at only 43. Aryna was devastated, but she carried her father's dream forward. On Netflix's Breakpoint, she revealed, "I really wanted to win a slam for him. I have to win every point. I have to win this slam." 2022 was not the beginning of Aryna's pro career. She stepped onto the ITF Junior Circuit in 2013 and rocked a Grade 4 final in Estonia. That same year, she claimed her first ITF doubles title in Belarus with Vera Lapko. In 2015, the Belarusian Tennis Federation convinced her to skip junior slams and chase ranking points in low-level professional tournaments, an unexpected move that paid off. She closed the year ranked around 225 in the world. Sabalenka kept climbing. She claimed her first ITF singles title in early 2016. By 2017, she was a force, teaming up with Alexandra Sasnovich to lead Belarus to the Fed Cup final, despite both being outside the top 75. 2018 saw her win her maiden WTA singles title and start stacking big results on WTA 250 events. She also began cracking WTA 1000 tournaments, hitting her stride on tour. Aryna's game erupted in power and confidence. In 2019, she snagged 2 major doubles titles with Elise Mertens, the US Open and the Australian Open women's doubles, completing the Sunshine Double at Indian Wells and Miami. By February 2021, she became world No. 1 in doubles. On the singles court, Aryna's heavy-hitting style began paying off with her first WTA 1000 title in Wuhan 2018, and more titles in 2019-20. The breakthrough came at the 2023 Australian Open, her first Grand Slam singles title, crushing Elena Rybakina in the final. The momentum carried into 2024. She defended her AO title and claimed her first US Open championship. On September 11, 2023, Aryna achieved her lifelong dream, reaching world No. 1 in singles. She reclaimed that ranking in late 2024. As of mid-2025, Sabalenka has racked up 20 WTA singles titles, including 3 Grand Slams and 9 WTA 1000s, and 6 doubles titles. Her prize money totals a staggering $33 to $34 million, placing her within the top 10 all-time on the WTA Tour. In mid-2021, Aryna was in a relationship with former NHL star Konstantin Koltsov, a 2-time Olympian from Belarus. They had separated by early 2024. Tragically, Koltsov died in March 2024 in Miami, ruled an apparent suicide with no foul play suspected. The loss deeply affected Aryna, coming just a few years after the passing of her father. By July 2024, Aryna confirmed a new relationship with Georgios Frangulis, founder of the Oakberry superfood brand. They've been seen traveling together, and by Wimbledon 2025, they were enjoying time in Mykonos, Greece, shared via her Instagram to over 3.2 million followers. Photos showed affectionate moments, dining at Spilla restaurant, Sabalenka wearing a green bikini and sporting a luxury Audemars Piguet watch. At Wimbledon 2025, sources described Aryna and Georgios as a strong support system for her. Fans and media noted his steady presence and how their bond appeared to uplift her on and off court. Insights into her backstage routine at Wimbledon 2025 reveal a relaxed yet high-performance lifestyle. She rented a mansion near the All England Club instead of staying at a hotel, sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night. Breakfasts were often prepared with Georgios. Training included morning drills, gym sessions, and hitting with top players like Karolina Muchova and Novak Djokovic. Her team is described as her family, a supportive, light-hearted crew pivotal to her mental balance. As of early 2025, Forbes estimates Aryna's net worth at approximately $18.7 million, including both prize money and endorsements. Prize money, estimated at just under $37 million total, making her 8th or 9th on the WTA all-time earnings list as of June 2025. In 2024 alone, she was the tour's top prize money earner with $9.73 million, boosted by wins at the Australian Open and US Open. By mid-2025, she'd added about $4.5 million from titles in Brisbane, Miami, and Madrid. Roughly $9 million annually, featuring deals with Nike, Wilson, Whoop, Master and Dynamic, Audemars Piguet, Oakberry, and more. She's also an investor in wellness brands like Beekeepers Naturals and Olapop. In June 2025, she joined IM8, the David Beckham-backed supplement brand, as ambassador and minority shareholder. Aryna Sabalenka Car Collection, BMW M4, price $81,300. AT22 Lamborghini Aventador, price $507,353. A Mercedes-Benz G-Class, $149,400. Porsche Taycan Turbo S, price $217,500. In addition to these, he owns luxury goods such as Audemars Piguet watches and high-end fashion collaborations. It is reported that he owns real estate in Spain, Belarus, and mainly lives in Miami. As of June 2025, Sabalenka stands at 1 in WTA singles ranking. She has amassed 20 WTA singles titles, including major victories at the 2023 and 2024 Australian Opens and US Open 2024. In 2025, she added 3 more singles titles: Brisbane, WTA 500, Miami, and Madrid, both WTA 1000. She also reached major finals at the Australian Open and the French Open, losing both to Madison Keys and Coco Gauff respectively. Aryna is known off-court for her candid, humorous, and relaxed personality. Fans note her minimal media staging, preference for authenticity, and ability to balance pressure with fun. She's increasingly visible in lifestyle and pop culture events, with features in fashion editorials and PR through agencies like Align PR, expanding her brand beyond tennis. At just 27, Aryna Sabalenka is more than a Grand Slam champion. She's a brand in motion. Her ambitions are crystal clear: complete the career Grand Slam, win Wimbledon, and contend for Olympic gold. In June 2025, she reached the French Open final, but fell short to Coco Gauff in a tight 3-setter, missing her first clay court slam. Undeterred, she's eyeing Wimbledon 2026 as her window to conquer grass, fueled by the roar of her supporters and her growing mental maturity. From an explosive serve reaching 190 km per hour, almost equals 118 mph, to a forehand clocked at 129 km per hour, Aryna's weapons were once raw power. But in 2025, fans and analysts on r/tennis noted a dramatic uptick in her return game. She broke serve in over 60% of her return games in Miami, including 64% versus top 1-0 opponents. An extraordinary consistency, one commenter wrote. Aryna makes top 10 players look like top 30 players. This tactical refinement has added layers to her aggressive baseline game, turning her into a complete all-court force. Off-court, Sabalenka's personal brand is thriving. Forbes places her net worth at $18.7 million as of late 2024, early 2025. She earned nearly $9.7 million in prize money in 2024 alone and draws roughly $9 million per year from endorsements with Nike, Wilson, Audemars Piguet, Whoop, Master and Dynamic, and Oakberry. She's also invested in wellness brands like Beekeeper's Naturals and Olipop, and this year joined IM8, the David Beckham-backed supplement line, as ambassador and minority shareholder. While Aryna keeps most of her luxury real estate holdings private, sources suggest she owns properties in Spain and Belarus and currently resides in Miami, Florida, the base for her training and personal life. During Wimbledon 2025, she and her team stayed in a 6-bedroom mansion beside the All England Club for comfort and proximity, a choice consistent with her preference for space over standard tournament hotels. Though not widely publicized, Sabalenka has contributed quietly to youth tennis initiatives in Belarus and supported wellness programs linked to mental health, particularly after the loss of her father in 2019 and her former partner in 2024. She has spoken on Breakpoint about channeling trauma into purpose and has backed grassroots clinics aimed at giving Belarusian girls access to tennis training and education, echoing the support she once received. Note: requires further verification. Aryna's journey is defined by resilience. From a 6-year-old who picked up a racket on a whim, to an elite champion carrying her father's dream forward after his passing in 2019, to overcoming personal tragedy in 2024, and yet continuing to win, grow, and inspire. Her story isn't just statistics, it's about overcoming grief with purpose, redefining power with authenticity, and evolving from a force of nature into a rounded leader on and off court. This is the high-impact serve, the return that turns matches upside down, the quiet dawn training sessions, the luxury endorsements, the private retreats with Georgios, the steps toward future Grand Slams and Olympic dreams. From Minsk to Miami, from raw aggression to refined precision, Aryna Sabalenka's narrative is ongoing, an unfolding legacy written one bold stroke at a time. Off-court, Sabalenka's approach to mental wellness is refreshingly candid. In a self-interview, she explained that when stress builds up, she might yell at her coaches or even smash her racket. Not in anger, but as emotional release. They agreed it's nothing personal, and a way to reboot mentally. She noted this cathartic release is healthier than bottling it inside, allowing her to reset mentally and physically before a match. In a video statement released just before the 2025 Australian Open, World No. 1 Sabalenka, then 26, explained she's feeling close to retirement, reflecting candidly on the toll of professional tennis. I need to save my hips, my back. I hope I'll have a family. I love kids. I don't want to have my first kid at 35. She stressed the desire to return as a mother eventually and teach her child about dedication and hard work. Her off-court persona blends athleticism and fashion. Sabalenka has expressed interest in collaborations with luxury fashion brands like Miu Miu, Saint Laurent, The Row, Loewe, and Acne Studios, and regularly appears in editorials for Ocean Drive and other high-end magazines. She's taken up photography using Fujifilm gear, enjoys dance, exploring new restaurants, and curating travel content on her Instagram feed. In 2025, Aryna kicked off with a win in Brisbane, then added WTA 1000 titles in Miami and Madrid, pushing her title count to 20. At the Stuttgart final, she lost to Jelena Ostapenko and quipped she'd buy the Porsche Macan Turbo Electric she missed out on, a signature mix of humor and competitiveness. Her run at Roland Garros culminated in a French Open final against Coco Gauff, after defeating Iga Swiatek in the semis and ending Swiatek's 26-match win streak, but Gauff prevailed in 3 tight sets, denying Sabalenka the clay court major. Sabalenka also unites sport and philanthropy. In January 2024, she joined Novak Djokovic in a charity exhibition to benefit children's charities via the Australian Tennis Foundation. She also auctioned sign towels in support of domestic violence prevention efforts. While not extensively self-promoted, she quietly backed grassroots tennis programs in Belarus, especially focused on supporting young girls' access to sport and education. Anton Dubrov, once her hitting partner, took over as head coach in 2020 and guided her through triumphs and struggles, including a title drought in 2022 resolved by biomechanics adjustments. With fitness coach Jason Stacy and hitting partner Andrei Vasilevsky, they form a tight family environment Sabalenka calls essential for her performance and well-being. Today, Aryna Sabalenka represents a rare combination: elite power tennis, a resilient spirit shaped by loss and love, a playful sense of self and fashion, and intentional moves in business and brand building. Whether she steps away soon or rides her career into her 30s, her legacy will be that of a woman who transformed raw emotion into global success, on the court and off. In a fiercely contested Wimbledon semi-final, World No. 1 Aryna Sabalenka fell in 3 tight sets to Amanda Anisimova, 6-4, 4-6, 6-4. The match was intense. Notably, Anisimova celebrated a point prematurely, frustrating Sabalenka. She later said it pissed her off. Despite the tension, the two embraced after the match. Sabalenka framed the experience as fuel for her determination, insisting losses like this only make her stronger and more focused for future challenges. In mid-2024, after the death of her former partner, Konstantin Koltsov, Sabalenka admitted in the Guardian interview that she tried to continue playing immediately, believing it would separate her grief from her career. But the result was physical burnout and mental stress. "It kind of damaged my mental health," she said. Backers now feel it may have been wiser to pause and reset after such trauma. Sabalenka has developed clear mental health strategies. Having support from her inner circle, coaches, family, partner, and carving out intentional non-tennis time helps her stay grounded. She says these breaks, from practicing, from media, even from tennis, allow her to return fully recharged. And though she had therapy in the past, she has said she now prefers talking things through with her trusted team. At the 2023 French Open, Sabalenka opted out of her usual press duties citing anxiety and feeling unsafe, especially during questions related to Belarusian politics. She underscored that mental well-being sometimes means saying no to media exposure when it becomes too taxing. Just before the 2025 Australian Open, Sabalenka released a video message hinting she might be near retirement at age 26 to 27 due to physical concerns. "I need to save my hips, my back. I don't want to have my first kid at 35, she said. She hopes to start a family soon, and return to tennis to show her future child how hard work pays off. Her statement underlined both her mortality on tour and the personal dreams shaping her future. The 2025 season was a mixed bag. Sabalenka began with a Brisbane title after a comeback win over Polina Kudermetova, her 18th career title. She then rolled through Miami to beat Jessica Pegula in the final without dropping a set, her 8th WTA 1000 crown. In Madrid, she beat Coco Gauff in straight sets, earning her 9th WTA 1000 trophy and 20th career title. But at the Australian Open, she was stunned in a 3-set final by Madison Keys, who claimed her first slam. At the French Open, Sabalenka again was runner-up, falling to Coco Gauff in a 3-set final. At Stuttgart, she lost to Ostapenko in straight sets, another close call on clay. Her coach, Anton Dubrov, says Sabalenka is winning even when not at her absolute peak, and that the next phase is about adding nuance to her power. He aims to refine her drop shot, point construction, and tactical flexibility across surfaces, especially preparing Rome and Paris transitions. Sabalenka is evolving into a more layered, unpredictable threat. Sabalenka's dominance in WTA rankings is built on consistency. Reddit analysis shows that compared to Iga Swiatek, who is defending thousands of points, Sabalenka has fewer points at risk before Roland Garros, nearly guaranteeing her position at No. 1 well into the major season, even if Swiatek wins everything. It reflects not only consistency, but smart calendar strategy. Fans remember more than her swing speed, they recall her humanity. At a match in 2024, she approached a young fan dubbed Mini Sabalenka, signing a giant tennis ball, giving a hug and posing for photos, a tender moment widely shared online. From grief to grit, from raw power to tactical depth, Aryna Sabalenka continues to evolve in real time. Every loss drives a new edge, every change in her team sharpens purpose, and every emotional moment underscores her authenticity. Whether she walks away sooner or extends her reign into her 30s, Sabalenka's legacy lies in turning pain into performance, and serving up courage, both on court and in life. Center court was sweltering. Temperatures approached 31 degrees Celsius and play was paused twice after spectators fainted. The roof remained open despite calls from players like Swiatek to mitigate the heat, highlighting Wimbledon's struggle-balancing tradition with player safety. Anisimova, shocked by her own triumph, said after the match, "Aryna is such a tough competitor. I was absolutely dying out there. I don't know how I pulled it out," and recalled having to calm herself mentally throughout the match to stay composed and focused. Sabalenka confessed to having a hate relationship with Wimbledon after suffering her third straight semi-final exit at SW19, acknowledging the compounding setbacks, from past losses and injury issues to tour bans and recurring heartbreak at the same venue. As of Wimbledon, mid-July 2025, Sabalenka had earned $5,975,988 in prize money for the year, leading the WTA money list. Her seasonal finals record stood at 7 appearances, 3 titles, Brisbane, Miami, Madrid, and 4 runner UPS, Australian Open, Stuttgart, French Open, Wimbledon, across surfaces and tiers. Her career prize total reached about $36.8 million, ranking her 8th all-time among female players. Analysts note her evolution, from raw serving power to strategic shot placement and return consistency. Reddit experts observed her biomechanics shifted, particularly in forehand takeback and lateral movement, allowing improved court coverage and adaptability under coach Anton Dubrov's guidance. Sabalenka's emotional openness, grief, frustration, resolve, fuels fan loyalty. From tears and post-match honesty to giving a giant tennis ball and embracing a young fan dubbed Mini Sabalenka, she bridges athlete and human connection in every interaction. As center court falls silent, Aryna Sabalenka stands at a crossroads, world no. 1, a 3-time Grand Slam singles champion, yet still chasing that elusive Wimbledon glory. The semi-final loss to Amanda Anisimova in July 2025 stung deeply, a premature celebration by her opponent, the suffocating center court heat, and the weight of 3 straight semi-final exits at SW19. She admitted afterward that the moment pissed her off, but also that it lit a fire inside, that frustration turned into a renewed hunger to win bigger and push harder next season. Sabalenka described her emotions candidly. "Losing sucks. You feel like you want to die. This is the end of your life." Yet she also revealed a crucial shift, no longer letting those emotions define her. Inspired by a lesson learned in Paris, guided by veterans like Novak Djokovic, she vowed, "I won't let emotions win again." Through the season, Sabalenka forged consistency, titles in Brisbane, Miami, Madrid, and still knocking at the door of Slam success. With $5.98 million in prize money by mid-July 2025, she leads the WTA money list and reached 20 career titles, including 9 WTA 1000 wins, and has earned nearly $37 million overall, sitting around 8th in all-time female prize earnings. Off-court, she's reshaping her identity, carving a brand beyond tennis, making investments, building endorsements worth nearly $9 million a year, and quietly committing to causes and grassroots tennis in Belarus. She's evolving emotionally too, learning to express, but also to pause, to reset and to grow. Aryna's journey so far is a story of raw power tempered with emotional maturity, from a 6-year-old who first held a racket, to a 27-year-old packing firepower, finesse, heartbreak, and soul. Her narrative isn't finished. She's not stepping away, she's gearing up. She's turning every tough loss into fuel, every blank space on center court into her next conquest. So if you're wondering where Aryna Sabalenka goes from here, remember this: she's just heating up. The Grand Slam titles still to claim, the memories yet to be made, the personal milestones ahead. The girl with the tiger on her forearm is still roaring.